Imagine walking into a grocery store in 2025, only to find empty shelves and skyrocketing prices. You might ask yourself, is a global food shortage coming? The answer is more urgent than we think. Experts, governments, and communities worldwide are scrambling to prepare for what could be one of the biggest food crises in modern history. Surprisingly, the food crisis is already affecting all 7 continents, from Africa to Antarctica, Asia to Australia, Europe to the Americas. No region is untouched. The scale of the crisis. Even in the world's largest economy, the United States, food insecurity is rising. In 2023, 13.5% of U.S. households, 18 million families, struggled with food insecurity, and the numbers are growing. But the problem isn't limited to the U.S. Nigeria had over 161 million people facing moderate or severe food insecurity between 2021 and 2023. Somalia ranked highest on the 2024 Global Hunger Index, with a staggering 44.1 Hunger Index score, followed by Yemen and Chad. 1.9 million people are already experiencing catastrophic hunger, especially in Gaza, Sudan, South Sudan, Haiti, and Mali, teetering on the edge of famine. From Middle East conflicts to African droughts, from Caribbean food shortages to Ukraine's war-driven agricultural collapse, the causes are global. But why is this happening now? Welcome to Mary's Pot, where I talk about food and everything related to food. If you are new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and share this video to keep others informed. Why is there a global food shortage? 1. Conflict, war and migration wars, and political instability disrupt food production, displaced populations, and drive up food prices. The Ukraine war, for example, has caused wheat and grain shortages worldwide. In conflict zones, people struggle to access food, while migration strains the food supply in host countries. 2. Climate change and natural disasters. Extreme weather events, droughts, hurricanes, floods, wildfires, are devastating farms worldwide. In January 2025, wildfires in Los Angeles and California destroyed farmlands and livestock, worsening America's food crisis. Without urgent climate action, hunger will spiral out of control. 3. Soil degradation and loss of biodiversity. Intensive farming practices like deforestation, chemical overuse, and poor irrigation have led to 1/3 of the world's farmland becoming degraded. This reduces crop yields, making food production more difficult. Meanwhile, the loss of pollinators like bees due to pesticides is affecting global food supplies. Without them, essential crops like fruits, vegetables, and nuts are at risk. 4. Water scarcity. Agriculture is the biggest consumer of fresh water, but overuse, pollution, and climate change are draining water supplies. Regions that depend on water-intensive crops like rice, wheat, and corn are already feeling the impact. 5. Economic crisis and rising food prices. Inflation, political instability, and supply chain disruptions have driven food prices to historic highs. The lingering effects of COVID-19 and the Ukraine war have hit low and middle-income countries the hardest, making food less affordable. 6. Population growth and food demand. The world's population keeps growing, and so does the demand for food, especially for resource-intensive foods like meat and dairy. Meeting this demand requires expanding agricultural production, which puts more pressure on an already strained system. 7. Food waste and post-harvest loss. Did you know that 1/3 of all food produced globally is wasted? In developing nations like Nigeria and India, poor storage and transportation lead to food spoilage. Meanwhile, in wealthy countries like the US, UK, and Canada, massive amounts of food are thrown away, worsening the crisis. The impact of the 2025 food shortage. If the food crisis continues, 2025 could bring severe global consequences. Soaring food prices. The cost of essentials like grains, vegetables, and dairy could skyrocket, making basic nutrition unaffordable for millions. Hunger and malnutrition. Vulnerable populations will face severe malnutrition, especially children, leading to stunted growth and increased disease susceptibility. Healthcare system collapse. Malnutrition-related illnesses will strain hospitals, especially in developing countries. Education and workforce crisis. Food insecurity affects brain development in children, leading to lower school performance and reduced workforce productivity. Social unrest and migration. As food becomes scarce, riots, protests, and mass migration could destabilize countries. Environmental destruction. More land will be exploited for farming, leading to deforestation, soil erosion, and water shortages. How can we prevent a global food crisis? Fixing this crisis requires a united effort, from governments to businesses, farmers to individuals. In 2022, the world came together to prevent famine in Somalia. We can do it again. Solutions to end the food shortage. Invest in climate-resilient agriculture. Sustainable farming, drought-resistant crops, and better irrigation methods are key. Improve global trade policies. Reducing trade restrictions can help food reach crisis areas faster. Strengthen local food systems. Supporting small farmers and local food markets reduces reliance on imports. Reduce food waste. Cutting waste at both the consumer and industrial levels can drastically improve food availability. How to prepare for the 2025 food shortage. While global action is crucial, individuals can take steps to protect themselves. 1. Stock up on non-perishables. Keep a supply of essentials like rice, pasta, beans, canned goods, and dried fruits. Aim for a few weeks' worth of food in case of price spikes or shortages. 2. Grow your own food. Even a small home garden with vegetables and herbs can provide fresh, nutritious food during tough times. Tomatoes, peppers, greens, and herbs are easy to grow. 3. Reduce food waste. Plan meals carefully, store perishable foods properly, use leftovers creatively to minimize waste. 4. Learn food preservation. Canning, pickling, and dehydrating help extend shelf life. Vacuum sealing and freezing can preserve bulk-bought or homegrown foods. 5. Diversify your food sources. Buy from local farmers markets to support community agriculture. Explore alternative protein sources like beans, lentils, and plant-based options. 6. Develop basic cooking skills. Knowing how to cook from scratch reduces reliance on processed foods and makes your diet more adaptable. Want easy, budget-friendly recipes? Check out my other videos on Mary's Pot. I'll show you how to make delicious, nutritious meals with minimal ingredients. 7. Invest in emergency supplies. Stock up on water, medical essentials, and household necessities to stay prepared for any crisis. 8. Stay informed. Follow food security news and government updates to stay ahead of potential shortages. The global food shortage of 2025 is not just a possibility, it's already happening. But with the right knowledge, preparation, and action, we can protect ourselves and work toward solutions. What do you think about the food crisis? Have you noticed rising prices and shortages? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more updates on food security and survival tips. Until next time, stay informed. Bye.